When we think about kindness in the modern day and being fully earnest, it's usually decried as being a bit cringe. I genuinely used to be terrified of being earnest, out of the fear of being rejected by my peers. That was until I started watching The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Sit back, relax, and let's yap about one of my newfound favourite anime series of all time. I want you to think back to a time in your life when you felt alone, isolated, and lonely. A time where you didn't understand the world and why you were left out of it. A time of sadness. Many people go through this struggle during adolescence, whether that be from bullying or from people judging them solely by their look. Rintaro Samugi knows that feeling all too well. Rintaro is a very kind and caring young man, although society has rejected that version, or more so, society has never wanted to know that version of him in the first place, based solely on the way he looks. He is built quite intimidatingly. I mean, he's tall, has a glare that could genuinely silence a sea king, and is perceived as being an isolationist rather than a social butterfly. But that's because people have never given him the chance to show the world who he truly is. Beneath all of that though, is a young man who has an absolute heart of gold. He's patient, and most importantly for him, he's never let the world's view on him sour who he is, when in reality he would have every right to. He keeps being the version of himself most don't bother getting to know. I think one of the things I find the most heartbreaking about his character early in the series is that because most of his life his peers have essentially excluded him and ostracised him from their social circles, he has little to no confidence in himself and has very little self-esteem, which is something a lot of us, whether we know it or not, can relate to. I know I can. The one thing that always saved him was his absolutely legendary family unit. The extended Samugis, unlike most other anime families, are genuinely very likeable from the moment they appear on screen to the moment the scene ends, which lends to the fact that they don't act as a means to overshadow Rintaro or belittle him. They act to highlight and exemplify all of his characteristics. One of his joys in life is baking, and luckily for him, his parents happen to own a patisserie where he would work whenever he had free time after school. His love for baking comes from an instant in his childhood which sparked this lifelong love for the craft, never forcing him to go down an academic path when it would make him genuinely unhappy, which just reinforced the likability of these characters. I mean, his mum is genuinely like one of the best mums I've ever seen in anime ever. I think only behind Satoru's mum from Erase. Like, Mrs. Samugi is so likeable just solely from the fact she never gives up on her son. She supports him 100% and she doesn't like belittle him or make him feel small like I said. She just is a supporting parent and is always the first one he goes to when he feels down or upset, which is like, I love to see it. Working at that bakery would change Rintaro's life forever, even if he did not know it yet. The patisserie was Rintaro's sanctuary from the outside world, the one place he felt at ease and away from all of the social stigma. He liked his space. But perhaps fate had another plan in mind for Rintaro Samugi, because one rainy day, when the store was pretty much empty, Rintaro would have a chance encounter with a girl whose name he didn't know, and she would become the absolute centre of his universe. Rintaro and the girl named Karako would strike up a friendship after Rintaro saved her from thugs on her way home from the patisserie, showcasing his willingness, albeit also a bit of his brashness, to help others even if it means he gets hurt, which in case you're wondering, he did. But unlike most usual protagonists in a story, he didn't feel like a hero for all of this, because in his mind, he's just expendable when it comes to helping other people, like Karako Waguru. He doesn't brag about his injuries or his heroics, and in fact, he does the polar opposite by hiding it from everyone, including his own friends from his school and his family, brushing it off whenever they note their concern about it and just playing it down. Despite his own yearning for friendship, Rintaro tries to keep Karako at arm's length during the beginning of their relationship, out of worry that Karako's school Kikyo or his own school Chidori would find out about two students becoming friendly, despite their fierce and bitter inter-school rivalry. Despite all of his attempts, part of him yearns to keep seeing Karako, as she's the first person outside of his family to show genuine care and interest in him. not falling for the gossip that Rintaro is an intimidating guy. She wants to get to know him for him. Even when his self-doubt does get the better of him, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, which is a feeling I'm sure a lot of us can relate to when it comes to a fear of thinking something is just too good to happen to us. But for Rintaro, that shoe never comes, and his walls around himself slowly start to crumble thanks to Karako. She tells him something no one has ever told him before. She doesn't care about his school's reputation or their school's rivalry, or even that most people see him as scary. She sees him as just Rintaro. Rintaro, the boy who his whole life was isolated from others, being spoken to as if he's a human being, not being treated like a monster. He finally starts believing in himself. Yes, it is slow. Yes, there are teething pains, but because of the pure, absolute determination, and most importantly, the kindness of Karako, he starts trusting in his own judgment, opening up to his friends, and slowly accepting that even if he doesn't fit in with mainstream society, he just doesn't care anymore. He's found his people, and they found him, all thanks to Karako. Karako is the absolute heart of this show. While Rintaro may be the body, she is definitively the blood that keeps that body beating. She's just so kind, and unashamedly so. She sees a boy who is struggling, and because he helped her once, when he didn't know her at all, she falls in love with him because he showed her a single act of kindness when she needed it most. He never even knew that she needed it, and never asked for anything in return from her. Like, genuinely, the reason this show works so well is because every character is genuinely 100% earnest. They don't care about how the world labels them on the outside, and I think most importantly, they all grow together. They don't fight, they don't have dramatic breakups, they don't even really have any intergroup drama once the series really gets going. All they care about is spending time with the people they love, and that is what makes it work. Yes, they apologise a lot. And yes, sometimes, frankly, it can get a little bit annoying, but it also shows that these teenagers have a better grasp on what a healthy relationship actually looks like, better than some adults in the real world. And it is genuinely a masterclass in writing, and I'm so glad that this beautiful story got the adaptation made with the love and respect it truly deserves. Cloverworks did a fantastic job, and I genuinely cannot emphasize enough that you should really go and watch this, because it is a fantastic romance anime, and it just makes me so happy that it got a worthy adaptation. I know some people have an issue with this show, and that's okay. It's not for everyone, but for those of you who hopefully will go and give it a watch after this video, I want you to remember, being kind does not cost anything. We never know what is going on inside of somebody else's head, what they're enduring in silence. So if you see someone who looks like they're struggling, go and be the Karako that they need. Be determined to break their walls and to just make them your friend. Just show them some common human decency, show them some kindness, and show them some empathy. Because in the modern world, we are lacking all three of them. Make sure you stay safe during this heatwave if you're in the UK. Make sure you stock up on plenty of water and stay hydrated. And I will see all of you soon for another Yap session. Goodbye.